Welcome to the Unit 4 test, modified test read aloud. If you need some more time between questions, please pause the recording. And here we go. Question number 1. Which of the following best describes a covalent bond? A covalent bond involves two nonmetals that share electrons. A covalent bond involves two metals that transfers electrons. A covalent bond involves a metal that transfers one or more electrons to a nonmetal. Question number 2. What type of bond is formed when electrons transfer or exchange from one atom to another? An ionic bond, a covalent bond, metallic bond. Question 3. What type of bond is formed from a sea of electrons moving freely among tightly packed cations? Ionic bond, covalent bond, metallic bond. Question 4. What type of compound does the formula CuCl2 represent? An ionic salt, a covalent molecule. Question 5. What type of compound does the formula HCl represent? An ionic salt, a covalent molecule. Question 6. What type of compound does the chemical name phosphorus pentachloride represent? Ionic salt, covalent molecule. Question 7. What type of compound does the chemical name copper-1 nitrate represent? An ionic salt, a covalent molecule. Question 8. What type of compound can be described by the following image? An ionic salt, a covalent molecule. Question 9. What type of compound is always a hard, brittle solid? An ionic salt, a covalent molecule. Question 10. What type of compound is characterized by low melting and boiling points? An ionic salt, a covalent molecule. Question 11. What type of compound usually dissolves easily in water? An ionic salt, a covalent molecule. Question 12. On the basis of chemical structure, which of the following solids will most easily conduct electricity in solid form? Fe, iron, MgF2, magnesium fluoride, or FeO2, Question 13. Which statement most completely describes a Lewis electron dot diagram? It is a representation of the total number and arrangement of electrons in an element, compound, or ion. It is a representation of the arrangement of valence electrons in an element, compound, or ion. It is a representation of the total number of electrons in an element, compound, or ion. Question 14. Match the following types of covalent bonds to the number of electrons they represent. We have 4, 2, and 6, matching up to single, double, and triple bond. Question 15. In the Lewis structure for methane, what is the central atom? Neither carbon or hydrogen, they're both inside. Carbon, hydrogen. Question 16. How many valence electrons should you use to draw a Lewis structure of methane, CH4? 6, 8, 4. Question 17. The bond between hydrogen and chlorine pictured below will be which of the following? A polar covalent bond, a nonpolar covalent bond, an ionic bond. Question 18. Consider the Lewis structure for methane. Is this molecule polar or nonpolar? The molecule is polar because there is a large electronegativity difference between carbon and hydrogen. The molecule is nonpolar because there is a small electronegativity difference between carbon and hydrogen. The molecule is nonpolar because it has many hydrogens. Question 19. Match each of the substances below to the intermolecular force that are present in the substance. We have dispersion forces, hydrogen bonding, ion dipole force, and dipole-dipole forces. You want to match those up to CBr2Cl2, sodium chloride and water, ammonia, and methane. Question 20. Hydrogen bonding is responsible for which of the following properties? Choose all that apply. There is more than one answer. Surface tension plays an important role in DNA. The intermolecular force is present in methane, CH4, or ice floating. Question 21. Below are 4 Lewis structures for carbon dioxide, CO2. Only one of them is correct. Identify the correct one and explain why it is correct. For each of the 3 incorrect ones, explain why they are incorrect. It's 8 points total. To receive full credit, you should respond to all 4 images. And there's the 4 images. Again, pause the recording so you can write that open-ended question. And then finally, question 22. As you've learned in this unit, there are several differences between the formation of ionic bonds and covalent bonds. However, there is one significant similarity or driving force behind all bond formation. Part A, what is the driving force behind all bond formation, or what is the rule that we discussed in class that all bond formation has to follow? Part B, use the image below to explain how this driving force or rule pertains to the formation of magnesium chloride. Why is there 1 magnesium and 2 chlorine atoms that form this compound? And part C, use the image below to explain how this driving force or rule pertains to the formation of carbon tetrachloride, CCl4. So again, pause the recording. There's one more open-ended question, I believe. Here we go. Oh, that is the last one. I thought there was one more. Okay, that is the last question. So good luck taking the Unit 4 test. And if you have any questions, please let me know.